All right, I'm here with Jim Wade at the Kings County Museum in Kings County, New Brunswick, in Hampton. And Jim, you're the resident genealogist. Could you tell us what the Kings County Museum has done recently in genealogy?
Well, we recently moved in here after the Great Flood, shall we say, in the other room. We have compiled all our stuff. We have census records here in this rack. Here we have marriages, cemeteries, general notes, and church records. And here we have various locations around the both Queens and St. John and what have you, but mostly Kings County. And then from here over is the name files, or books that people have given to the museum. Probably about 250 different surnames are represented in there by about 300 books. There are some surnames we have more than one book.
Now, how are these cataloged, Jim?
Alphabetically.
So anybody that comes in, they
If
could...
you're looking for a name, like Wade, you're way over on the bottom shelf over there. If you're looking for
Andrews or
Adair's or what have you, they're all up here and start.
So how can people access this?
They can come in at various times, or they can send inquiries via the museum website about various names.
What if they can't get into the museum here? Say you're in California and you want to research your name. What can you do?
Well, that would be send us an email or a letter and give us as much information as you have, and we'll look up and see what we've got here.
And you've got a card there, Jim. I wonder if we can focus on that so people can get your... Just come a little closer, and I'll come out a little bit. There. So it's Jim Wade, Museum Genealogist, 27 Centennial Road, Unit 3, Hampton. And there's an email address, and you can phone. So the museum is open all summer. There are students here. And also in
That would be Tuesday through Saturday. And they usually start about 9:30 in the morning and go to 4:30 in the afternoon.
And then after September, best to go to the website, get the hours of...
We're usually restricted to Thursday, Friday, Saturday afternoons.
So people come in from all areas, and we're fortunate today. We have Jim McEwen. He's a researcher. And Jim, I'm just going to ask if we could interrupt you for a minute or two. Maybe, Jim, you could tell us where you're from and your interest in the Kings County Museum Genealogical section.
So I'm from Rochester, New Hampshire in the United States, and my interest is the McEwen family and various other families that married into the McEwen family. And we're originally from French Village, right here in Hampton. And I have relatives, Salt Springs, Bloomfield Ridge area, Bloomfield, Norton. I have my third great-grandfather's buried in Upham. My other third great-grandfather's buried in Norton.
So you've been able to use the museum resources, like the different graveyards. We have, John Elliott has written books on various graveyards.
Gone but not forgotten.
Yeah,
Yes.
and who's there, so we have those resources. Also, when you come in, Jim was helping you, and you're looking at another family you were mentioning that lived in Bloomfield, the Innes family.
The Innes family, which was married to my McAllister family. So they are intersected with the McAllister family, so researching that.
So we got three names that are common here. We've got McEwens and McAllisters and Inneses, and it all ties into this network we have of the various books. So, Jim, you were going...
Additional files are in our filing cabinets probably 1,000 different names represented there.
So Jim, thank you very much. Both Jims. Jim McEwen, thank you. You just dropped in, but we're glad to have you here, and like to invite anybody who has family connections in Kings County, New Brunswick to come into our museum. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.